guys, it's Laura. Welcome to my story. First off, I'm a little upset. I went to upload today, the video you're watching, and apparently I didn't have enough room on my phone to save the video, and my phone deleted it. And this is the third time I'm filming this video. So I'm just a little frustrated. Second, today is supposed to be a story time, but I'm sorry, I just didn't feel like it. That's the plain, simple truth. I didn't feel like it. So, instead, I went to Barnes & Noble's twice over the past week. In total, I got 7 books. I have 9 here for a reason, because I'm going to tell y'all my July reading list as well as do a little book haul. Again, I'm sorry if you wanted a story time today. I just didn't feel like it. The last couple weeks have been hair rip out weeks. So I just decided not to do it. But I still wanted to get a video up for y'all and maybe get some book suggestions out there for you. I will tell you, all of these books are bought from the young adult teen section, because in my personal opinion, this is my opinion, no one else's, I think that young adult writers are more, okay, they're not as centered on the sexualization of their writing. There's no smut, basically. Yes, some do have a little bit, but it's not graphic. Yes, I do read the smutty ones. I read a lot of smutty fanfiction. Anyway, but, these books that I know of have none. And I might actually do a review on a book that does. I might do a review book on an adult book. And if I do, I will put a warning up, so that you'll know that I'm fixing to talk about something that is not for children's ears. I am a grown adult, and I don't want to force somebody to grow up faster than they should. Because, to be honest, I found those types of books when I was 9. And it was not a good thing. I found my mom's stash of books when I was 9 years old, and I shouldn't have. I was reading them behind her back. I should not have. Don't do that. That is bad. It forces you to grow up in a way that you should not do. Okay? I'm telling you this now. It's not a good thing. It may feel like it's sneaky and all that, but it's not. It's wrong. Okay? So I'm not condoning that behavior. I will condone other types of behavior. Not gonna say what. Anyway, let's get into my July reading list. Okay, as you obviously know, I'm reading Percy Jackson, Sea of Monsters by Riordan for my Percy Jackson series. So far, I'm really liking it. It's really good. The bond Grover has with Percy is just so cute. Spoiler alert, I'm sorry, but it's so cute. I love it. I love it so much. It's so wholesome. The other book that I did not, by the way, these two books, this book, Percy Jackson, and the next book, I did not get on the Barnes & Noble book haul. These are the 2 extra, but they are in my July reading list, and I wanted to tell you about them. The second one is by Romina Russell. It is the Zodiac. It's called, well, not the Zodiac. It's called Zodiac. I believe it is part of a series Not sure what the series is called, but to be honest, I'm going to be honest with you. I've had this book for at least 2 years. Let's put it this way. This house that I'm living in now, I moved here 1.5 years ago with my husband. I got this book when we lived in the house before this. So this book has moved houses with me. So I've had it for a while. I'm really looking forward to it. Like I said, I've never read it. I've had it for about 2 years. I'm excited to read it. And if you want me to do a review on it or any of the books that I showed today in this video, let me know and we'll see about making it happen. Okay. Those are the 2 books that I did not get at Barnes & Noble this past week. This pile, let me hold this up for you so you can see just how big it is. I got at Barnes & Noble in 2 trips over the past week or so. It's really funny. Before I even went to Barnes & Noble to get these, I didn't even know what books I was going to get. But my husband gave me a limit. He gives me a limit every time I go to Barnes & Noble because it's like, you're going to spend all your money there. So you can only spend this much. I'm very proud to say I did not reach that limit at all. I stayed a good bit amount away from it. So I was very proud of myself. And what's really bad is I was actually thinking the second time that came out, I'm like, I could have gotten that 5th book. Why didn't I get that 5th book? It's bad, okay? I am a book hoarder. I'm a bookworm. I'm all those things you would have called me. I'm sorry. No, you know what? I'm not sorry. I'm proud to be a bookworm. Okay. The first one I got is by Holly Black, Darkest Part of the Forest. It sounds like a really good book. I've read Holly Black before. She's very good. She's good at the creepy kind of thing. And I'm not normally a fan of the creepy, but Holly Black writes it well. Like, really well. So I'm excited to read this one. The second one that I got on the first run, that one, this one, and the next one, I got on the first run to Barnes & Noble. The second one I got is by, I'm going to butcher this last name, just because I can't say it. Kerri Maniscalco? Maniscalco? It's called Stalking Jack the Ripper. This, I believe, is the beginning of a series. Yeah. I think the second one is called Hunting Prince Dracula. I think there's one about Houdini, all that. Okay, so I'm really excited for this book because there's some things a lot of people don't know about me, is that I love crime shows. I love NCIS, CSI, Criminal Minds, Law and Order SVU. I love it. And I used to watch JAG, the that lawyer show. That doesn't really come into the Criminal Minds show. But I love Criminal Minds. I love criminal shows. Criminal Minds being my favorite. So I'm really excited to read this because it sounds like it could be kind of like that. Plus, if you ever seen BuzzFeed and Unsolved, I love that show so much. It's so good. And I think there was one other that I actually read about Jack the Ripper. I think it might have been Supernatural. The show Supernatural. I have no clue. I can't remember. Don't come for me. I'm not a fan of Supernatural. I like it a little bit, not a lot. But anyway, back to this. I'm excited for this. To read this. It's gonna be really good. The next one is again a part of a series, but they're not. They don't intertwine with each other. They're just different books in the series. Have you heard of the? It's by Disney. All these books are by Disney. It's called A Twisted Tale. I have another one that I want to read, but I haven't yet. The one that I just got by Liz Braswell, Straight On Till Morning. Okay, it is What If Wendy First Traveled to Neverland with Hook. I love Peter Pan. Peter Pan is my favorite one of my favorite Disney movies. Very excited to read this book because it just seems like it's gonna be really good. Let me give you a little bit of context. Instead of going when she is like, what? How old was Wendy when she went? Like 11, 12? She goes when she is 16. Captain Hook takes her, and apparently her and Tinkerbell apparently they hate each other in here as well. Because if you watch the movie, they don't like each other. Or Wendy loves her, but Tink hates her. They have to get along to save Peter. Yeah, that's the gist of it. By the way, look at this cover. It's so pretty. See, little Tinky, little Tink. I'm really excited to read this. It's gonna be real good. This one is not on my July reading list. The last 4 were. So this one will probably be on next month's reading list. Just because it's a little thick and I'm trying to buy myself some time. So this was the last book that I got on my first run to Barnes & Noble this past week. And I'm really excited to read it. Because like I said, I really do love Peter Pan. Now the next 4 are the ones that I got. I actually got these Sunday. So I've read one of them before and I really love it. If you like Twilight and if you actually do like Twilight, then you remember that 10 years ago, 10 years after Twilight was published and out and about, Stephanie Meyers did Twilight Reimagined. It is the 10th anniversary edition. Life and Death. What this is it basically says it right here, and it's perfect to explain to you. There are 2 sides to every story. You know Bella and Edward, now get to know Beau and Edith. It's a gender-flipped version of Twilight. Okay? The only people in this book that are not gender-flipped are Renee and Charlie, Bella's parents. And she explains why in the foreword. Let's put it this way. I prefer this book to regular Twilight. Okay? I'm actually thinking of doing a review series on Twilight. This book will be in it. So, you don't have to ask for a review for this one. I'm going to do it already. But I am looking forward to rereading this because I've read it before and it's so good. It's actually really, really good. Oh, and if you're an OG fan and you know the original cover for Twilight, the hand with the apple, you'll notice that this apple is green. The apple in the first one is red. In Twilight is red with 2 hands. Because it's 2 feminine hands holding 1 apple. This is 1 male hand holding 1 apple. Just a little that I thought was really cute. Like I said, I've read that book. It's really good. I actually have it. I actually got it when it first came out. The copy that I have is actually in a hardback with Twilight. What's really annoying is you have to literally flip the book upside down to read it. And you have, yeah, it's weird. I would get it, but it's down on the bottom shelf of my bookshelf. So, sorry. Okay, the next two books. Tik Tok Made Me. Okay? Tik Tok Made Me. I will put the name of the TikToker in the description below. But Tik Tok made me get this. And I'm really excited to read them. The first one. I've seen this book everywhere. Okay? I've seen it everywhere over TikTok. I've wanted to read this book for a while, but I just didn't want to get it. But after watching reviews for it on TikTok, I'm like, you know what? That sounds like a good book. I'm just going to go ahead and get it. I'm only going to get the first book in this series. This is Cinder by Marissa Meyer, the first book of the Lunar Chronicles. It is the first book in this series. I am not going to get the other books unless I like this book. So, I'm going to put it out there. It's a retelling of Cinderella. She is a cyborg, a mechanic, and from what I understand, shows up in all the other books. The other books of this series are Scarlet, Cress, and Winter. Red Riding Hood, Red Riding Hood, Rapunzel, and Snow White, respectively. So, from what I understand, this character, Cinder, shows up in all those books. So if I like this book, I'll get the rest. If I don't bug me about it. I'm not going to get them. I'm not going to waste money on something that I'm not a fan of. So, yeah. Oh, this has little bonus material in it. Nice. Sorry. I just saw that. It had little bonus material right here. It tells what kind of bonus material is in here. Nice. The next book is Scarlet, by the way. If you've read this book and you really like it, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of it. I'm not going to read it yet, but let me know what you thought of it, and maybe that will help me read it. The second one, same TikToker suggested it. She called it basically Zutara, backwards. If you know Avatar: Last Airbender, which I'm a big fan of, you know that Zutara is Zuko and Katara. Firebender, Zuko, and Waterbender, Katara. This one is the first in a series. The little blurb that it has on the back is the first in an exhilarating series about a world where flame and ice are mortal enemies, put together create a power that could change everything. The sequel is called FrostBlood. This book is FrostBlood by Elly Blake. The reign of ice must end. From what I understand, this is a book of enemies to lovers, which is actually ones that I really like. I really like those. And I'm going to show you a little sneak peek of something really quick. I'm excited to read this book too because of that. But I actually have a way overactive imagination, and I'm trying to write. I have a folder here of different villain-hero prompts where the villain and the hero fall in love, or they get together, or they become friends. I'm trying to write a story. I'll keep you updated on that. Okay, but the last book that I got is one that I've seen everywhere. I've heard about it everywhere. What am I yawning? It's like barely afternoon. Anyway, I've seen it everywhere. It has a movie. It has all that. I've never seen the movie. Don't judge me when I tell you the name of it. I'm not into creepy. Okay? Stalking Jack the Ripper is probably as close as I can get to creepy. From what I understand, this is just creepy. Like, creepy. Pan's Labyrinth. By, I'm gonna butcher this name again, Guillermo del Toro and Cornelia Funke. I love fairy tales. I love fairies. I love fawns. I think they're adorable. But literally, on the blurb, on the front page, on the thing here, it literally says, This book is not for the faint of heart or weak in spirit. The main reason I'm getting it is just because I've wanted to read this book for a while. I'm excited to read this book. At the same time, I'm absolutely terrified. I'm going to have nightmares because of this book. My family has a policy, because almost everybody in my family reads. My mom, my brother, my dad was the one who got me the biggest into reading, even though he was dyslexic. You read the first chapter. You finish the first chapter. If the prologue and the first chapter do not catch your attention, don't finish it. It'll be like a chore trying to finish it. I actually just had a book that I read I read the prologue and the first chapter, and I'm like, I can't get into this book. I gave that book to my brother. I sent it to my brother as a happy, because I know it's a book that he would like. And I just could not get into it. That is how I am with any book. If I don't like the first chapter, if I cannot get my head, if the prologue and the first chapter can't catch my attention and keep my attention to where I'm reading non-stop, I can't finish it. And I'll admit that is what happened with Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. I couldn't do it. That and the fact that Cursed Child is also written as a screenplay, and I have trouble reading screenplays. But because my brain couldn't catch on with it, I decided just not to read it and read the synopsis of it. I will tell you right now, Cursed Child is a book I will never read. I will never go see the play. Harry Potter would never tell his son he hates him. That's the only thing I'm going to say. Anyway, this weekend, this Friday, is my review for Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. My personal favorite of the books. And I'm really excited to do it. And I want to apologize for my little bit of attitude at the beginning of this video. I was very annoyed about the fact that this is the third time I'm filming this and that my phone didn't save the video. So, I apologize for that. If y'all have any books you want to recommend to me, let me know. Tell me down in the comments. I take a lot of book recommendations off TikTok, and I will put up book recommendations on TikTok. My TikTok is Laura Lee Books. My Instagram is Laura Lee Books TV. And my Facebook page is Laura Lee Books. They are all linked. There's a link on my YouTube page. You can click any one of the three to go to it. And comment, like, subscribe. Leave a comment if you want me to review any of these books. If you have read any of these books and you want to tell me about them. Don't spoil it for me, though. No spoilers. But if you tell me that if you figured out my reading by now, let me know if you think I'm going to like it or not. I hope you'll have a great day. I hope you are being kind to each other. I hope you're staying safe. And I hope your story is unfolding the way you want it to. Bye, guys.